In this presentation, we will discuss adaptive leadership. We will start off by taking a look at what adaptive leadership is. How do leaders help followers adapt and navigate through changes? We will take a look at the adaptive leadership model. We will discuss adaptive leadership behaviors. And finally, the importance of adaptive work. Throughout this presentation, I will also talk through my experience of adaptive leadership in my organization. So what is adaptive leadership? Adaptive leadership is a follower-centric leadership style. It provides a practical framework that helps followers and organizations navigate through changes and adapt and thrive in challenging environments. It focuses on how leaders help others do the work they need to do in order to adapt to challenges that they face. It stresses on activities of leaders that optimize the work of followers in the context they find themselves. Northhouse discusses 5 key leader activities in adaptive leadership, namely mobilize, motivate, organize, orient, and focus the attention of others. Adaptive leaders do not let the work stop. They mobilize followers and set them in motion. They motivate them and give them the energy they need. Through the changes, they help provide structure and help organize them. They orient them by setting them in the right direction. And lastly, they help maintain focus so that the team can effectively navigate through the change. The adaptive leadership model as discussed by Northhouse has 3 main elements: situational challenges, leader behaviors, and adaptive work. There's 2 types of situational challenges. Technical problems or technical challenges are more routine problems that have known solutions and can be solved through existing organizational procedures and learned analytical problem solving skills. An example of this at my work might be like an IT outage, where we know what the issue is and occurs often, and we can work with the right team and get that problem easily resolved. Um, Adaptive challenges are more complex problems where the solution is not clear and can only be solved through creativity and innovation. An example that comes to mind is maybe our R&D team that is working years in advance to figure out where the market is trending and generating solutions that puts us or gives us the edge as compared to our competition. In this model, there's 6 identified leader behaviors. Get on the balcony, identify the adaptive challenge, regulate distress, maintain disciplined attention, give the work back to the people, and 6, protect leadership voices from below. We will cover these in detail in the next slide. In this model, situational challenges combined with leader behaviors leads to adaptive work. So let's talk about the 6 adaptive leader behaviors. The first, get on the balcony. This is for leaders to get a vantage point to assess the bigger picture, remove themselves from the problem so that they can remove their emotions, remove themselves physically, and see where the problem truly lies and come up with creative ways to solve them. Second, identify adaptive challenges. This is to figure out if it's a technical challenge or an adaptive challenge. Northhouse talks about 4 adaptive challenges. The first, a gap between espoused values and behaviors. Completing commitments slash goals. So this is more of a quality versus cost. Elephants in the room. This is where people shy away from talking about the problems that they don't really feel comfortable talking about, and people avoiding work altogether. The next one is regulate distress. This is to help people navigate the change or challenges without getting overwhelmed. So Northhouse says we can create a holding environment, which is like a safe place for people to share their opinions. More of an inclusive way to really get everybody's thoughts and really commit to the change together as a team. We can provide direction. Leaders can provide direction, protection, orientation, conflict management norms to help the team really navigate through change together. And regulate leader follower distress. So this is to basically really regulate our stress as a leader and to make sure our followers are also feeling comfortable throughout the changes. Then maintain disciplined attention, where we encourage focus as leaders and make sure that the team is committed to navigating through the change rather than getting distracted. Then give work back to the people. This is to really engage the people in the change and make them commit to it as if it's a shared responsibility rather than just a responsibility of the top few. So really getting commitment, getting people involved at the grassroots level. Then protect leadership voices from below. So this is again to foster an environment, or really goes back to creating a holding environment where we're fostering an inclusive environment where people are able to really share their thoughts freely and help be a part of the change. So as discussed earlier, situational challenges along with the right leadership behavior leads to adaptive work. Adaptive work is important because it allows leaders, followers, and organizations to effectively navigate change and challenges. It allows problem solving through inclusion. So this gives us a better solution at the end of the day rather than just a few working towards the solution. More people, more thoughts, more discussion, the better the solution is going to be. It focuses on communication between leaders and followers, and this really helps strengthen interpersonal relationships between the leaders and followers and helps really build trust. It efficiently gets work done by followers rather than just the top few struggling to make decisions for people or for changes that really they don't have a good viewpoint into. And it helps build trust and trains the teams into the value of change. At our work, adaptive work is very important. Adaptive leadership altogether is very important because we're always dealing with complex problems and adaptive challenges. And our leaders have done a pretty good job in making sure that the team as a whole is collaborating in a manner that is efficient, is really working together and is really fostering that environment of creative operation where we're able to have conflicts and resolve those conflicts in a manner that the solution at the end of the day is creative and innovative.